Hey, Hank Sangria, hope you're Salvia. This your boy N.O.R.E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
And this Drink Chance motherfucking podcast. Make some noise! And right now, it's an absolute honor for me to introduce this man. Not only is he one of my favorite rappers, he's also one of my favorite people. Like the person that he is right now, I strive to be that. You know what I'm saying? As a person that who writes his own movies, produces in his own movies, who you could tell he handpicks his roles. I do a lot of things in life, and I say, if Ice Cube ain't doing it, I ain't doing it. Like, I live like that, like in real life. I'll be like, yo, somebody offer me pink popcorn. I'll be like, I don't think a Cube would eat that. You know what I mean? So in life, I do that. So I'm so honored to have in the building with the Drink Champs. It's the first time hip-hop is controlling media. My brother, DJ EFN, is a DJ. I'm a hip-hop artist, and we transitioned. And we now in the journalistic point of view, and we got this is like our biggest interview for us.
This is one of the biggest.
God damn it, the motherfucking West Coast legend Ice Cube in the motherfucking building, man.
Y'all appreciate it, man. That's love. That's love.
Now I went to the premiere last night, and it was.
He hasn't stopped talking about it.
I kid you not.
Stopped talking about it.
I'm going to go out and spend money.
Yeah.
I went to the preview for free, but I'm going to spend money. I'm going to bring my kids. I'm going to bring my wife because the movie was hilarious from the beginning. Now, so when we speak about this movie, how did you get approached to this movie?
You know, I've been working with New Line. Thank you. Been working with New Line for a minute, and they had this project, you know, that they brought to me. They said Charlie Day was attached to it. And I've been wanting to work with Charlie for a minute because I think his form of comedy is unique, you know. Right. And so I just knew if we ever did something together, it would be lit. And, you know, it all came together. You know, the director is a guy that he worked with.
Wow.
You know, on Always Sunny. He shot a couple episodes of that.
Wow.
So, you know, the synergy was right. The role was right. And, you know, we came out here and did our thing. We shot it out in Atlanta.
Right. Yeah, that was interesting to me. And then you got Tracy Morgan. The return of Tracy Morgan is in this.
Yeah.
And he's funny as fuck in the joint.
Man.
Oh, my God. Because sometimes, you know, when a person goes through a tragic accident, you almost feel like that it's something going to be different about him. But he was straight up Tracy Morgan, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, you know, it was just good to see that dude.
Right.
I had worked with him before on First Sunday. We did a movie together. And,
That's right, First Sunday. Y'all robbed the church.
Yes.
And
what was
Let's
funny...
make some noise for Ice Cube robbing the church.
Gotta go where the money at. But he had an ankle bracelet on his ankle, you know.
In real life?
In real life. So he had to, after we shot, he had to go straight to the hotel. And, you know, he said, man, doing that movie, you know, I really thought about it, got my life together after that. So it was cool to see him, you know, on the other side of this accident and, you know, just a happy guy, you know what I mean?
Healthy and still being funny.
Healthy and happy, yeah.
So now I'm gonna be a little bit all over the place because this is something that it hit me crazy when I watched Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
Was your wife comes over to you and says, how is Friday coming along?
Yeah.
So did you write Friday when you were still doing N.W.A?
Yeah, I had just left the group, but we wrote it in about 94, me and DJ
What
Pooh.
the fuck? Wait a minute.
94, 93.
You wrote Friday in 94?
94. We shot it in 95, so
wow.
This is around death certificate time or right after?
Right after.
Yeah.
And then it came out in 95?
Yeah, we shot it and it came out in 95.
Friday came out later.
No, 95.
Oh. So but you had the foresight to write this movie.
Yeah, you know, we was fans of Hollywood Shuffle, which is a Robert Townsend comedy about, you know, black people's experience going through in Hollywood. So we heard that he had done that movie off of credit cards, basically. He shot that movie, you know, kind of getting credit cards and you know,
the equipment,
charging everything and kind of pieced it together. So we was like, yo, that's what we gonna do. We about to make a movie. So me and Pooh started writing it.
Right.
We was fans of DJ Pooh. We was fans of In Living Color too, you know. So it started coming together, and New Line got wind of it, and they was like, "Yo, we'll make it. We'll make it.
So
We'll
you
You
with
didn't
New
have to
Line.
use your credit card.
No, we didn't have to use our money, but
New Line since Friday. You've been working.
yeah, I've been working with
Wow.
New Line since Friday.
And is that Stanley? Is that Stanley?
Yeah, that's my man.
Yo,
Yeah, that's my cousin, actually.
I keep on people's grass to this day because of him.
yeah,
I
yeah.
say I don't get on walking
Better
people's
stop.
grass.
Better stop my man
Stanley
grass.
ain't letting you walk on his grass, man.
Nah.
God damn it. Let's make some noise for Stanley. Keep it on people's grass. So when you wrote Friday, did you know that this was a cult movie, like, immediately?
I knew it was a movie that I felt like only cool people would get this movie, you know, because it's just too hood, but it's too funny. But what happened was everybody got it. You know,
Right.
everybody came to the
Yeah,
party,
straight up.
and I just thought it was gonna be like my records. I thought
Right.
only people in the hood was gonna buy them,
Right.
and everybody ended up buying them. We kind of felt the same way with the movie that it wasn't too many people in Hollywood like us, and this movie, is a little different than what people used to.
Right.
So we felt like only a niche group of people would like this movie.
Cause that was very crazy that you had such a illustrious career as a hip hop artist. You was part of arguably the best group of all times, in my opinion, the best group of all times. Then you go have your own solo success. Why did you even think, like, let me do a movie next?
I got bit by the bug working with John Singleton.
Boyz in the
He
Hood.
put me in Boyz in the Hood.
Right.
And one day I was over at his crib and he was like, "Yo, Q, when you gonna write a movie?" And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "John, I came over here to have a beer, nigga. I didn't come over here
Right.
to get put to work."
Right.
He was like, "Nah, I think you can do it." I'm like, "What makes you think I could do it?"
Right.
He said, "Them records you write, so vivid. I know you can write a movie."
Right.
So that night, it's a trip. I went to the computer store and bought a computer
Right.
and got the programs I needed. That was back when you had to load all the damn programs into the computer. And I started writing the script that night. Didn't know what I was doing. I just started. And the first 2 scripts I wrote was whack. Garbage.
Probably still worth $400 million. But yeah, continue.
But the third one was Friday. And seeing that one get made, I kind of knew what I was doing right, knew what I was doing wrong. Just kept on from
Now,
there.
who was the director on Friday?
F. Gary Gray, the same
Gary
same
Gray.
director from Straight Outta Compton. Yeah.
And Steve Carr did a Friday too, right?
Yeah, he did next Friday.
Oh, okay. I worked with Steve Carr before. He's crazy.
Yeah.
So now, Eazy-E.
Yeah.
Eazy-E said one of the most prolific lines in life. He said, "Ice Cube write the rhymes that I say."
Yeah.
And nobody thought Eazy-E was a sucker for that. But right now, Drake and all these people, how did you feel when you heard about the Drake thing?
I don't think it's a big deal. I think you got two categories, of MCs. You got MCs who can just kind of grab the mic and just rip, and they, are naturally that. And then you got guys who, make good records and make it, and that's really what it's all about. What's coming out the speakers
Right.
when it comes to this record game.
Because when you were writing
It's a
rhymes for
different thing.
Eazy-E, were you writing it from his perspective? Were you saying, I'm going to write it from
was your own
Eric's?
rhymes?
Or was it
It was, his perspective is my perspective.
Right,
We
right.
all come from the same area, going through the same issues. So
Right.
I never looked at it like I'm writing the Eazy-E
Song.
record only he could do.
Right.
You
Y'all
know,
can
it's
both
kind of
relate to
like,
it. Everybody can relate to it.
if I just took his name out and put my name in there, it'd be my rhyme.
Now,
you
did
know?
it happen like that in the movie? Because in the movie, I think y'all was writing around for East Coast dudes. Y'all definitely
yeah.
shitted on us in East Coast. I was definitely disappointed.
What you mean?
When
do you
that
mean?
time when they couldn't write the rhyme, remember?
Well,
in the
you
movie?
shit on them.
Yeah.
What it is, here's
yeah.
how it really happened.
Okay.
Easy wanted to be a manager. He just wanted to manage the groups. He didn't want to rap. And New York was so hot and LA was so cold, he was like, man, I want a New York group.
Right.
So he found these dudes out of New York called Homeboys Only, HBO.
Oh, I think I remember them
And
a little bit.
And he said, he was like, yo, write one of them hood raps for these dudes. So I did it.
Right.
But when
it wasn't rolling in 6/4. Was it really rolling?
No, I wasn't rolling.
Okay.
It was rolling third period. So I wrote it and gave it to them, and they was like, "Man, what are you talking about?
Right.
Ganking, 6'4".
The slang was all different.
Yeah, jacking. We don't know what you're talking about, man.
Right.
This ain't got nothing to do with where we from." So I think it was just the fact that the rhymes was so LA.
Right.
They just was like, no.
And you asked Easy, you say it Easy?
was it Dre?
Dre.
Yeah.
Dre
Wow.
told Easy, man, why don't you do it? We got the studio time. We paid for it. Why don't you try it?
Right.
Because Dre was producing all kind of records, man.
Right.
And he was producing, he was moonlighting basically, just producing these side records. So, he was used to working with guys who, dudes was paying him money. DJs from radio stations was like,
Wow.
yo, I got this creative rap I want you to do the beat for. So, Dre was like that, just trying to get on, trying to get money. And so it was like, easy. I can coach you up, once you do it.
Now, in the movie, it was like you were like the only business savvy person. Like you knew to ask for like certain things.
Yeah.
And all the other artists, they were kind of, according to the movie, it kind of seemed like they were cool with going on tour, getting some chicks and smoking some weed, and they were. But you had the foresight to say, I know that I'm owed something. How did you develop that business mind sense?
It ain't like I'm from a different planet. It's each one teach one. I had a publicist. The publicist for N.W.A. was a lady named Pat Charbonnet. And if y'all know Friday, y'all see the name Pat Charbonnet on there. But she ended up becoming my manager. Okay. But before she was my manager, she was like, as soon as she saw Jerry Heller, she was like,
she already knew.
do y'all know this guy? Do you know who this dude is? And I'm like, nope, who is he? Somebody Easy brought around. Right. So she would give me the game on like, did y'all sign a contract with him? I'm like, nah. Because she knew his history.
And he was known for being a bad guy.
She knew his history. I don't know what he was known for, but she was like, yo. So she started saying, did he give you kind of giving me the game. Wow. So I was like, this is a dude I need to watch then, because if I don't even really know her that good, and if she's saying to watch him, I don't know none of these people. So I'm watching everybody, and that's how I started to just notice things wasn't happening.
Right.
Because I was young too. We all young. We happy to just be doing a record. We happy to be on tour. We happy to just be part of hip hop and not just locals no more.
Right.
So, I would listen to that lady, you know what I mean? And she was giving me a lot of good game, and I was using it, and I was helping them too, Right. In the movie, it don't show that. I go to Ren and say, look, man, don't sign nothing. I got.
Wow.
So they already knew.
They already knew something was
where you
up.
were coming from.
Yeah, they knew where I was coming from.
Right.
And they clowned me when I didn't sign that contract, man.
And it really was 70,000? It was
75 G's.
75 G's. Wow.
Is there any reason y'all didn't portray
But
Arabian Prince?
hold on. And I want you to go there. But do you know 75,000 back then was like 700,000?
Oh, yeah.
So how did you walk away? And I'll go right back to your question. I'm sorry. But like every young black kid from the ghetto, it would have took that 75.
Yeah.
Why didn't you want to do that?
I knew they owed me more. I knew they owed me more. Okay. So I knew if I took that, then I was accepting that I wasn't paid more, that this was cool. And I was like, this ain't cool.
Shit, they gave me $5,000. I was happy. This
I
nigga turned down
happy.
75,000 in the 80s.
Man, it's like, dude, when you ain't never had nothing,
Right.
Oh, for
and you start getting a little, and you start seeing people get a lot, and you start saying, "Well, hold on, man, I'm putting in more work than anybody, or most of the people around." Just threw up a red flag. And where I'm from, it's like, if you know somebody beating you and you accept it, you just a bitch, period. Period.
Yeah, no, so I was asking about Arabian Prince. Is there any reason why he wasn't portrayed in the film?
It's really like, in a movie, you only have so much real estate.
Right.
And, he got out the group. It's a trip. As soon as he saw Jerry, he was like, I'm out.
Wow.
Because he's in the original.
Yeah, he
album,
was.
so
He quit
he's
the
in the
day
cover.
after we shot that cover. He quit the day after we shot that
And
cover.
he quit?
He quit. Wow. He went and talked to. He knew about Jerry because he had done records with McCullough. So he knew Jerry would sit in there and wait for artists.
Right.
So he was like, "Easy, what's up, man? Why you signing with this dude?"
Right.
And I think Easy was like, he's a dope dealer that's making records, and this dude is like, "Yo, I'm gonna take you off of that level and turn it into some legit stuff." And he did get us, he did get doors open, and he did get us a deal.
Talking about Jerry.
Jerry,
Right.
because the majors wasn't giving us no deal.
Right.
They was like, "Nah, this too crazy." So, he did his thing in business by Easy, but he didn't do it by us.
The group.
And then we find out that, he was even stealing from Easy. So, dude was just, I don't want to talk about the dead, but
Right. God bless.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Wow. It got
At least
me.
he was a part of getting y'all out, though. Like,
Yeah,
we wouldn't have
you know-
y'all probably,
That's why in the movie, if you really look at
No,
it,
you give him
he
just
was,
due
he was,
to-
we didn't lampoon him like I wanted to.
Oh, you wanted to.
Yeah,
More than that.
we did all right by him.
Now, you worked with arguably everybody's top 5 producer of all times. Was Dr. Dre always special?
Yes.
Or that was something that it was developed in time?
He was always special.
Wow.
First DJing, then doing mixtapes. It was the OG mixtapes, not the new mixtapes
Right.
where they just got somebody beat and you rap over it.
Because a
But
mixtape back then was mixing records.
actually mixing records,
Mixing records,
blending.
yeah.
That's what I was doing.
Triple
Let's
threat.
make some noise for mixtapes, goddamn it. Yeah, the real mixtapes.
Mixing records, he was hot. He was always nice,
Right.
making beats. It's just his ear is he just hears stuff different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he's tedious, and he like to. He won't let you out that booth till you get it right.
Yeah.
And some dudes can't handle it.
Right.
I mean,
I heard he chastised you.
some dudes,
Yeah.
they used to going in there and just spitting.
Right.
Nah.
But that's how I know you was a 100% real artist. I remember we did Pushing Weight, the
Yeah,
remix.
yeah.
And you said, N.O.R.E. has to come to the studio. And you actually wanted to come into the studio and see me write my rhyme. And like that, to me, that's real, because when you do a record with somebody, you should share worlds.
Of course. Right.
And I just knew 100%. I said, this guy is 100% authentic because of that. Because I knew you could have sent me the record wherever I was at, and I could have did it. You was like, I'm gonna be in the studio with him, and I always knew you 100% real artist for that. Word.
That's what it's all about, man. We're gonna do a record together. I don't want to send it over to. We gotta vibe.
Right.
Or we shouldn't do a record together.
Yeah,
to be
and
honest.
we smoked hella weed that day too. Let's make some noise for that. Goddamn it. Make some noise for that. Goddamn it. We in some fly shit to St. Regis right now. We gonna chill because we don't want smoking bills and shit like that. But so now you do Friday.
Yeah.
What makes you say, let me continue this franchise and go and do Friday Part 2? Because now Friday Part 2, Chris Tucker is not a part of this.
Yeah.
So what made you still want to say, I'm gonna continue to do that?
Well, I didn't want to.
What?
I was like,
What?
Man, no Chris. Man, what is this movie? It's like,
Right.
it's like you losing a major piece. It's like Shaq and Kobe breaking up. You know what I mean? It's like, how could y'all win championships? But then I started thinking like, this movie is not about two people. It's about a day. It's about understanding your environment and having a little fun, laughing at it. So I'm like, it makes sense if we're going to continue this for Craig, maybe to go off the block.
Rancho
From all the characters
Rancho Cucamonga.
we're going to introduce you to
I had no
a
idea that
whole-
was a real place, by the way.
Yeah.
Continue.
We're gonna be in a new place.
Right.
We have a new cast of characters. And then I start saying it like, when I saw Mike Epps do stand-up, I'm like,
We had Mike Epps on
He
the show.
said that on the
that's
show.
Craig Cousin.
Wow.
That's Craig Cousin right
Wow.
there. So I was like, we can keep this thing going, and just have my cousin instead of my friend. and just clown about being away from the hood.
Now be honest, because Chris Tucker destroyed that role.
Please.
Did you think Mike Epps? Because now Mike Epps is a no name. Like at this time, Like I remember being in the movie theater and people being like, when they saw that it wasn't a Day, when they saw it wasn't Smokey. Excuse me. When they saw that it wasn't Smokey, like people were actually were booing at first when they seen that it was, and it transitioned to be like. But did you know that he could hold it down, or did you have doubts?
I mean, I knew he could hold it down.
Okay,
I knew that we can make, because Friday is about it's about a feel. It's more than just one person, housing the movie. It's its own thing in a way.
Right.
So I just knew that the cast that we had and the story, of course, it was going to jar people a little bit, but I knew once people got a chance to really feel Mike Epps and see him, that his comedy is more hood than Smokey's to me. And I just felt like people are, they love him. You can tell people love Mike Epps.
Yep, he killed
because he's so real and raw with it. Right. And then when we did part 3, bringing Cat Williams in, bringing in Terry Crews, it just was
OG, triple OG.
Yeah, it's just a franchise people love, and we want to do another one, but we got to do it right.
That was a question. You know, I was going there, Q.
We got to do it right.
Did I hear this correct? It's going to be a last Friday with Smokey and Day Day.
That's what we want. We still trying to get Chris to do it.
I need a role in that. I know this is very bad that I'm just throwing myself in there, but I think I belong.
All right,
Q. Just give me
problem,
something.
man. I got you.
Just throw me in there. I could be the garbage man. I could be the guy that picks up Smokey
He's
shit.
auditioning right now.
I can do whatever. I can do whatever. Because I'm just such a fan of that. So it will be a last Friday with both of them.
I hope so.
That's dope.
It's like I can't make Chris do it, but
right.
The fans can.
Would you do it without him though?
Yeah. We do it.
I think you got a right Russian over there too. Come on, let's indulge. Let's indulge. We celebrating you tonight, Ice Cube. I don't know if you know about our show. What it is when people in this music business, they got more than 10 years, they try to kick us out. Yeah. They try to say we old. They try to say we washed up. But me, you, EFN, we are prime examples that you can do whatever you want to do as long as you want to do it and continue to have fun. So tonight we are celebrating Ice Cube and his illustrious career because I want to be the East Coast version of Ice Cube. That's what I'm People want to be Jay-Z and Puff and Nas and Snoop, and that's great. I love those guys. We ain't taking nothing from them. But I feel like you still having fun doing what you're doing.
I am, man. It's like I got into this as a fan. When I first started to just pay attention to hip hop, it was as a fan, and then to be able to do it, just to be able to rap.
Right.
I felt like that was an accomplishment. But to get this far with my career, it's just like I feel like God is smiling on me somewhere.
What artist inspired you? Because your penmanship is crazy.
Oh man, artists like Melly Mel, Chuck D, KRS-One, Ice-T, Big Daddy Kane, who don't get enough credit for being a lyricist. These dudes are giants. Run DMC is like the blueprint of how you do it. So I'm a fan of that school of MCs.
Now, fuck the police.
Yeah.
Did you know that 20 years later, people still going to be saying "fuck the"? You knew the police was never going to get better.
I was hoping.
You was hoping.
I mean, I was hoping it would get better. But I was hoping people would still be rocking the song.
Right.
The publishing.
But it's a trip when we had like laid our lyrics. I was so into making the song that Ren looked over at me and was like, "This one right here." Is gonna start some shit.
Right. So y'all knew it.
Yeah, he just got a sense. Like this one right here is gonna start some shit. Right. And ever since he said that, it just put it on my radar, and it was so true because that was before we released the record. Right. After we released it, it was like it was something, that I still can't explain how.
Because in the movie,
electric that time.
You guys was at the studio and they pulled you guys over in the studio.
Yeah.
Did that actually?
They used to sweat us at that studio all the time.
Wow.
And that was just one incident.
Wow.
Because it was like a Mexican food spot right down the street we would walk to, and them Torrance police was on our neck. You know, because they just wasn't used to seeing dudes like us walking around.
And y'all looking like gangbangers.
But we in this studio here doing our thing. So, man, a lot. Way more than in the movie. It's just one time in the movie, but we got it, you know, doing that whole record. At least 5-6 incidents.
Wow. Now on tour, did it really happen like that
Wow.
when they said they told you not to perform that record?
Yeah.
Was it TK that was on with us that said he was on the tour?
TK,
yeah.
TK was crazy.
Yeah.
He was on that tour.
Right, he said he was on that tour.
They would do it every city though.
They would tell you don't perform this record.
They would. You know, we was coming after the Beastie Boys had come around, and everybody was like, man, this rap tour stuff is crazy, you know, getting too out of hand. Then Bobby Brown went around the country and just doing
coke everywhere.
doing the most nastiest, sexy show you could do for R&B artists. So they was, by the time N.W.A. was time, them venues, police, everybody, hotels was ready. It was like, nah, man, we ain't having what y'all bringing.
Right.
So before every show, they would gather us up. Some, you know, fat ass police would come with an ordinance of.
Wait, ordinance was that? I don't know what that is.
It's basically saying
like whatever
these are laws you don't know about that we pulling out our ass from 1876. If you spit on the sidewalk, if you do this, if you obscene on stage, boom, 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 we can't arrest you.
And not just in the Bible, though. This is everywhere.
Everywhere.
Wow.
So we hearing that, man. We hear that every night.
Right.
We getting tired of this, man.
Right.
It's harassment because we seeing rock and rollers and Guns N' Roses. They doing what the hell they want to do.
Right.
So we just was fed up, and it all came together in Detroit that night.
Right.
And we just was like, man, we gonna do it, and because we was like, man, it ain't gonna cause no riot. Because they kept saying, you do this song, it's gonna cause a riot. You do this song, it's gonna cause a riot.
Right.
And we like, come on, man, this hip hop ain't gonna cause no damn riot. Man, we did that song and it caused a damn riot. It was crazy.
But y'all doubted it the whole time.
We doubted the whole time. But when I'm performing, I'm like, oh, shit. You know, this is getting out of hand right now. I'm saying the crowd, like, you know when it's something, you don't perform. You know when it's and there's funk out in there. And it's fighting and it's crazy. And, it just kicked it off.
Does Ice Cube consider himself one of the originators of gangster rap?
One of them.
Yeah.
You know, but you gotta look at Ice-T.
Ice-T. We had Ice-T on the show who bigged you up as well. And said you one of his best friends as well.
Ice-T, man, you know, he's the one who really said it was okay, you know, to put it on and say, yo, you can say what you want to say, do what you want to do. And, you know, he's an architect too. For sure.
So are you, is Ice Cube listening to the young boys or no?
Every now and then.
Okay.
You know, every now and then, you know, my wife, my kids put me up on it.
Right.
You know, and it's all good.
All right, yeah, 'cause, I was just curious. You know, what's your favorite song right now? Any song?
Oh man, I ain't got no favorite.
You ain't got no favorite? Oh,
no, I ain't got no favorite.
I'll be listening to that.
I'm liking that Big Sean.
Okay.
Right now, you know.
Okay.
That's not it took a L. Not a bounce back. Yeah, I like that.
So now that you conquered the movie world, like you open the doors for people like me to live out my dream. Mm-hmm. We hearing that you're doing what is it, Big Three?
The Big Three.
The Big Three.
Yeah.
Now, explain to us, for those who didn't know what the Big Three is.
The Big Three is professional 3-on-3 basketball played by retired NBA players.
But I'm hearing it's a full court?
Half court.
Oh, half court, okay.
Half court 3-on-3.
Okay.
And you know how, when dudes play 3-on-3, it get rough in there. So so we gonna have dudes going hard.
But you coaching, you ain't playing,
No, I ain't
right?
coaching at all.
Oh,
I'm just a founder.
Oh, okay.
We gonna have pros. It's for pros. It ain't for. This ain't no celebrity game.
Because I heard you on a good day.
On
a good day, you said you nice in basketball.
Yeah, I ain't that nice.
I'm asking.
Not to play with them
I'm thinking
dudes.
you gonna play in the game. I'm like, hold up.
This ain't no joke, no gimmick.
Okay.
This ain't no Mountain Dew amateur.
So it's retired because we hearing Allen Iverson,
Chauncey Billups,
wow.
Jermaine O'Neal,
wow.
Steven Jackson,
Wow.
Rashard Lewis,
I
White
think
Chocolate.
Kenny Anderson.
Kenny Anderson, he gonna, some of them dudes got to go to the combine. We're gonna
What's
see
that? What's the combine?
combines. We're gonna see what they got.
Oh,
We're gonna see if they still got
wow.
it. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna put them through it. You know, you gotta have the game, just not the name. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So what does Ice Cube like more? You like movies or music more?
I love them both. You know, but music is that's my baby. You know, that's I could do what I want to do when it comes to music. It's no meetings, no committee, no bunch of people. You know, with a movie, you got 100 people working on one project.
Yeah.
You know, but with a record, I can work on 100 records, just one man if I want to. So, my records are more personal, I guess.
Okay.
Yo, one of the illest collaborations I think that people don't acknowledge or give it as much props is when you did America's Most Wanted with the Bomb Squad.
Yeah.
Because I remember back then there's no internet. Remember, you go to the mall, you go in the rap section.
Wasn't the
you just
Bomb
find-
Squad producers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
producers,
Okay,
but
yeah,
it's Public Enemy, basically.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? That's
Yeah.
what made the sound.
Right.
So you go, N.W.A is my favorite group at the time.
Right.
Ice Cube's my favorite artist in N.W.A. Public Enemy's one of my favorite groups. I go in the store, and you don't get internet, you don't get Twitter,
Right.
you don't see nothing.
Right.
And I see America's Most Wanted, produced by the Bomb Squad.
Right.
I nearly lost my mind.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those was my favorite producers. You know, I
Wow.
worked with Dre, but my
But how did
favorite
that come
producers
about?
was the Bomb Squad. I met Chuck on tour, and when I left the group, I went up to Def Jam to look for a producer by the name of Sam Sever, who I worked with Third Base. That Third Base album was out. They had dope beats on it, so Leo was like, "Yo, I'll hook you up with Sam." And the nigga Sam never showed up to the meeting, so I was like. So I'm bouncing, I'm leaving, and coming down the hall is Chuck D. Chuck was like, "Yo, what you doing here?" I told him what was up. He was like, "Man, come to the studio. I'm doing a record tonight with Big Daddy Kane called Burn Hollywood Burn. If you want to be on it, come to the studio. That'll let people know you solo." I'm like, "Shit, I'm there."
Right.
I was there early. And did that record. And I was just telling them, and then Hank Shockley, Keith Shockley was in there, and I was saying, "Yo, I'm leaving the group, and I need to do my own album." I told I told everybody I was coming out here to get production, and they laughed at me, right? Because that's what I heard, that they was like, "What? You in New York? Shit gonna be whack." So when Hank heard that turned him on. He was like, "What? They laughed?" I said, "Yeah, they laughed. They don't think I can get a record done out here." He was like, "Man, we'd do the whole record if you want to."
And y'all did a lot of songs. A lot of songs were on that
We
record.
did everything.
Now, I can't tell. Me and my homies earlier was debating that when you left N.W.A, that it was them who took a shot at you first.
Yeah, it was.
It was not you.
No.
Okay,
America's
the-
Most Wanted, I don't say nothing about N.W.A.
Right. That's how I
They
see
made
it.
the Benedict Arnold line.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
what, and then you came back with No Vaseline.
I hit him a little bit with 100
might be
miles.
the-
I hit him a little bit on the end of Jacking for Beats.
Right.
Because they had a song called 100 Miles
Yep.
and Running. And so I just gave him a little jab just to see what they would do.
Right.
Then they kind of came out with a little more on that Niggas for Life album.
Right.
And then I was like, "Man, I'm going in."
No Vaseline, hands down.
Nah,
was
it's
one of
hard,
the illest
probably the
records.
illest disc records of all time. And you know what else is great to see is that see you and Common together. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, after that, it was
you and
crazy,
Common
man.
together.
It's
like,
good, man. It's cool to if you got a beef with somebody, it's better to squash it. You know what I mean? It's better to squash it. So it's cool. We had a misunderstanding years ago.
Yeah, because I never knew what that started off.
It was just a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
And it's cool that we got past it, grown men style.
Right. Now, did you ever get to see the Tupac movie?
No, I ain't seen it yet.
What was your relationship with Pac?
We was cool. That was one of the homies.
Right.
I just looked at him as I look at, most of the guys that's in the game that I'm cool with. Just one of the homies that it's kind of spiraled out of control.
Right, yeah, definitely. Is Cube doing another album?
Of course.
Oh, let's make
Yeah.
let's make that announcement right here. We got the name of the album?
Everything's Corrupt.
Everything's Corrupt.
Yeah.
Ooh. And now is Cube independent or?
No, I'm on Interscope.
Oh, Interscope.
damn.
Wow, Jimmy Iovine. Wow, that's the kind of like a 360. Even though like no, Jimmy was Death Row. He didn't have nothing to do with N.W.A.
No. He had nothing to do with N.W.A.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I don't even know.
Priority.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he was still at Interscope.
Right.
So,
Right. Right.
Yeah. We just signed a deal with them.
Do you
Right.
think Death Certificate gets its just due? I think that's one of the best albums, period, in hip hop.
Well, you know, from fans, from people like you, we're gonna release the 25th year anniversary of that next month. And I got 3 new songs on that, so it's gonna be cool to put that album back out.
Oh, you
at
can
this
put it
time.
back out.
Yeah, I'm putting it back
Wow.
out, yeah.
You should make a
Especially-
movie about summer vacation.
Yeah,
'Cause that's
everybody
so-
say that.
No, I heard you got a
Blows
movie
my
called
mind.
Vacation coming up. With John Cena.
It's called Vacation Friends, and
Vacation Friends.
we still putting it together. That's still in the infant stages.
But it's filmed already?
No,
or
no, we haven't shot it yet.
Oh, because the writers Tim and Tom,
Yeah.
were they the writers? I actually met with them, and they was talking about the Vacation movie.
Yeah,
and
it's a good
It was
movie.
so totally dope, man. Cube, because I see your people are signaling us. So you got to go.
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But you know, this is hip hop. These people, they need to know. So, what is next for Cube though?
Oh, I got the Hip Hop Squares coming out on VH1.
Hollywood Squares,
Yeah,
right?
it's Hollywood Squares, but with hip hoppers, you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
People, and it's fun.
Who's hosting that?
D-Ray.
Okay.
Oh, that's dope.
Just
they
in case he
clowning.
gets sick, I'm here.
Okay, I got you. You need to come do it. You gotta come do an
I'm
episode next
auditioning.
year.
Yeah, come on.
Next year you gotta come
Anything
do an
you.
episode.
First off, Cube, listen, I'm gonna just be honest. We're in an industry that is full of fake people. So when I meet a real brother like you, when I sat down and we vibed that day, it's nothing more that I want to do is always just give you a person like you respect and continue, because you know why? The older we get, the better we get, and the more that we should know
Yes.
that we should big up each other. Us as not just black people, but us as hip hop, because we're a part of a fraternity.
Yes.
It's bigger. It transcends race. It's bigger than just us just being black and I'm being Puerto Rican and you being Cuban. It's bigger than that. We're all part of a hip hop fraternity. And if we don't continue to big each other up, there won't be nobody else. And you're a person that we got to continue to big up. You're continuously doing great work. I sat there and I watched that movie in awe. Like, I was just like, wow, this shit was funny from the beginning.
Yeah.
And like, how do you always get the tough guy roles? Do you request the tough guy roles, or they
Nah.
just come to you?
I mean, they come to me. People feel like, when you do a movie, you want
Right.
you got characters, and you got it like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
I see this person as that. I see that. You don't always get who you see,
Right.
but people put you in a
Right.
category
Right.
and start casting you on that level.
That's so dope. And you know what else I got to big up before you leave there? I went to DJ Drama Studio because I had an interview real quick, and you was there, and I just watched you. I was trying to hide and just peeped you, and I seen you rolling the limo. Let's make some noise for the limo. I said, my man, that is some real nigga shit. Like you stuck with the limo.
I got
you
to
had
roll
a
with the
Suburban.
stretch.
Yeah, you got
I ain't
to
jumping in no SUV. I ain't security.
Yo, I really appreciated that. I really sat there and listen, we really appreciate as you being both of our favorite rappers, and what you transition to is a great example for young hip hoppers. Period. That
People, period.
It doesn't stop with hip hop.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like
No.
you look at what is it? Kenny Smith and Charles Barkley. They all set up a platform that after hip hop they can do something. But if it wasn't for you, you started it first with Friday, and that we could actually still be relevant, still be out here, still do our thing. You ain't got to change.
No.
And you're the godfather of that. We got to make some noise for that guy.
Much love, man. Glad you're on the mic, man.
Yes.
Dudes like you, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Definitely need to be heard
Right.
on the regular. And it's much love, man. Much
It's only
appreciation.
a million people who listen to us. Not a lot.
That's all.
Not a lot of people.
That's
Thank you so
enough.
much, Q.
All
Yeah.
right.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Take the flick.
Much love.
Take a quick flick.
Oh yeah. Flicking.